Hello guys, welcome to Websphere. My name is Veera, and today we are going to look this the cell profile. So basically, how to create what is cell profile and how to make this cluster and this and how to integrate that with IHS. So basically, cell profile is a combination of both DMGR and application server profiles. So DMGR and application server profile are the portion, okay, in cell profile. So we see this DMGR earlier, okay. So in DMGR, so we create a DMGR and we create application server profile or a custom profile. So we are going to federate it. So total 3 steps are included in that, whereas here only 2 steps. So if you come with come with DMGR, so we created a DMGR and we created a custom profile or application server profile, and then we federated this custom, okay, or application server okay profile into DMGR. So total 3 steps in DMGR, whereas cell profile, okay, we are going to create a DMGR is actually part of a cell, okay. So then we are going to create application server, okay. So once we're going to create this two, so automatically going to be federated, it's automatically. So that is the one step is going to be reduced, the steps in this part of cell profile, okay. So that's it, so that's all. So we are no need to federate it like in DMGR over here. So automatically going to be federated. So before going to see that, so what exactly this DMGR and application server, how to create it. So I have a small document over here. So you can see this. See here. So I'm sorry. So this cell profile. So basically is a cell profile. In this contains one DMGR and one is application server profile. So these two are part of a cell, okay. So once I'm trying to create here DMGR, and I'm going to create a profile name DMGR profile, and this is the template path. You see this template, so this is a DMGR inside a cell, okay. So profile templates and a cell, inside a cell I'm going to choose a DMGR. So whereas a custom profile application server profile, so we are going to choose a default inside a cell. So that's all the difference. So in a cell, DMGR and application server profile as a part together is cell profile. That's it, okay. So while creating this, I'm going to choose this template DMGR template inside a cell, and this node path so application server one, I need to specify the path of this profile, so which is not yet created, but we are going to create over here, okay. So before I need to specify this path, and so 3 important parameter which should be same for while trying to create a DMGR and application server profile, okay. See this cell name, node name, app server node name. So I need to give these 3 should be same while creating a DMGR and while creating this application server profiles, both should be same. So this is nothing but now internally we are doing federation while creation itself, okay. So that's it. So we are going to create over here DMGR, and here manage profiles, and creating application server one, which we specified over here application server, and a template path inside a cell. I need to choose this default, and DMGR profile path above we created the DMGR. So here DMGR path, this is a default profile creation path, and these 2 properties files are mandatory. So if you are not specify when you are it will going to create, of course, but when you're trying to start this, it will going to throw errors, okay. So we can, okay, in we will see practically so what exactly what it contains on this, okay. So here this 3 parameters should be the same as above, okay. You can give any names, but should be same both the DMGR and application server profiles, okay. So that's it, the difference between the DMGR and cell profile. So we are going to make it before this. So in this, what we are going to do, okay. So first step 1, we are going to create a DMGR, and we are going to create okay. So then we are going to create application server profile. So once you do this, this is automatically going to be federated, okay. So again we are going to create one normal So I want to create one more. Okay, one more application server profile. I will going to attach into that. These two are belongs to a same cell. Okay, so I'm going to create this one more application server. I'm going to attach into the same cell. Okay, so it's something like this. So see this cell profile. So I'm going to create the deployment manager is a part of a cell. I'm going to create one application server which is a part of a cell. So here again I will going to create one more application server which is this is actually different machine and this is a different machine. So now I'm going to install in the same machine. So I'm going to create application server. I'm going to attach into this cell. So at the end in a cell profile we are going to contain one DMGR, one application server and one more application server. We are going to make these two application server clustered through a DMGR and we are going to integrate with IHS and we are going to access that. That's it. Okay, one more application server and we are going to add this into cell. Okay, and then we are going to create a normal cluster and integrate it with IHS. So that's all. We are going to see the 4 steps one by one. Okay, so I'm going to quickly copy paste this. We see this PT IBM. So this is the path where I installed the Websphere installation manager and the web server, Websphere application server and a pin directory. So just copy paste, manage, and this is my DMGR profile as part of the cell, and this is my application server profile path, and these are the 3 parameters which should be same for both DMGR and application server profile which are going to create next. And okay, so it is going to take some time, so let's pause this for some. It's created DMGR. Okay, so see this this is the information about this DMGR. So let me start this DMGR server profiles. So created DMGR. So server, so it is going to be created DMGR profile. So bin, so I'm going to start the server name. Here's my DMGR, and so this is information about this cell deployment manager. See this the name, cell deployment manager. So this is a part of a cell. Okay, so my admin console is 9061. So I'm going to log in this. Okay, so we have not yet created this app server. Okay, so we are going to create that and we will see this federation, so how it is going to be happened. Okay, so this is the second so I'm going to create this app server one. Okay, and I'm going to see this is also part of a cell application server profile, and I'm going to mention my DMGR and this properties and the cell name node and application server name nodes. I'm going to explicitly specifying in both cases should be same. Okay, so here it's about to start this DMGR. Okay, meanwhile we are logging and see. So once this app server is created successfully, that means it is automatically going to be federated. So this is the third step is automated in the cell profile. That's all the difference between the DMGR and in this the one step is reduced. Okay, so once this is created, then we log in into this DMGR. We will see once this is created, it's a federated, it's create a node agent, it is started node agent. So it is going to be happen like this all. Okay, it's created successfully. Okay, now so we started as well this DMGR. So I'm going to log in this DMGR. So what will happen? So this is going to be federated. This contains a node agent will come into picture 9061. Okay, 9061 IBM console secure port. Okay, so IBM console. Can log in with any name. Okay, see this servers. The one server will come into picture over here. As server 1, this application server by default the server 1 it's came. And next node agent. Okay, system admin, you see this node agent, one node agent will be there. This is node agent of application server 1 which we created and federated. So that app server related node agent is here. So currently, so we have a cell profile we created successfully with one DMGR and one application server. Okay, so we done up to here. So we created DMGR, we created application server. These two are federated automatically while creation itself. Okay, this part is done. So now I want to create one more server and I want to add into this cell above. So now I have one DMGR and two profiles, application server profiles. So now I'm going to create a cluster with these two profiles. I'm going to access through IHS. That's it. Okay, so I want to quickly manage profiles, create, and this profile name, template path, so copy paste it, create. So I'm going to create this app server 2 is my new application server, and template path is profiles, and this is the default. This is normal application server. I'm going to create it. Okay, so this I will going to add into that cell. Okay, so how to add that cell, we will see that. Okay, third step, we are going to create one more application server profile, and this is app server. So what is the name? App server 01. v01 is this one, and so this is app srv 02, and here, and we are going to make this cluster of app server 1 and app server 2. These two are a cluster, and we are going to integrate with IHS. That's it. Okay, you see here, so we have a node agent. So okay, so we created successfully this second profile, application server profile. Okay, so we have a cell here, a nodes. Okay, come with the nodes, add a node, and manage a node. We have a server, application server profiles. Okay, next, so my new application server is under here, and this what is a soap port. Okay, so this is out contains some information about this profile. Okay, so here my soap port is 881 of this next application server 2. Oh, this one 881, and some username and password. So select these two and click OK. Okay, so they are going to be added because I need to start this server. Okay, so let me start this profiles, app server 02, and pin. Okay, by default it contains server 1. Start server 1. Okay, so I'm going to start this server 2. So then I'm going to add it into that cell. So it is going to be starting, so done successfully. So it will take some time. So let's come back. It's taking time. Let's wait for some time. So we are going to be integrate SS20. So we are going to add into the cell. Okay, so it is started successfully. Just click on OK. Okay, so it is going to be federated into that cell. So we are adding into that cell. Okay, so that is you are going to see here. Okay, into that deployment manager. See this by being a federation of this node with a deployment manager. Okay. Okay, so in this case we are going to have cell, DMGR, and application server 1. This is what we've done already. So I'm going to create one more. So actually this is installation one Linux, and this is one more Linux, but currently we have a single Linux machine. So DMGR and server 1 we done. While creation itself it is got federated. I created one app server, simple app server, and I'm going to add this into the cell right now. So create it, and so here it's taking time. Okay, so it's successfully federated available nodes. Okay, so it's done. So if you see the cell and Websphere application server, two servers came. Okay, so for both application server related to, and node agents. Okay, so my node agent is started. So let me start this node agent. So node agent we cannot start from here, because once you start we can able to start, but so it's not started. I'm going to start it from here. So node agent 2 means I need to start my node agent. This is automatically started. So whatever is started, this is app server 2 node agent. Okay, app server 2 node agent. When we federated into that cell, it is automatically started this node agent as like a DMGR. Okay, whereas we federated in the beginning while creation itself, that node agent is not started. So I'm going to app server 01 pin start node. Okay. I'm going to start this node agent. Once you start this node agent, you have two servers, two nodes. Okay, so this is app server 1, app server 2. It's going to be started node agent, and once you start it, you can start this server. Okay. Okay, so if you don't have a okay, so similarly we the nodes, so we need to add one more node, and we seen in TMGR how to make add one more unmanaged node, and that for integration with IHS, and that's the same process. Okay, so it's a started my node agent. So node agents, so both are up and running, and my server is, we can start it from here, no issues. So okay, so let me refresh it. So okay, so server 1, we can start it. So we are going to start these two servers. So server 1, here we have a logs, we have a node agent, and here sub server 1. Okay, so here app server 2 logs. Okay, so server 1 system out. Okay, okay, start this. Okay, sorry, we need to going to be make this cluster, right? It's not required, so I'm going to stop this. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to stop this server. Okay, okay, server 1. So I'm going to make this cluster. It's not required right now, so I want to make this cluster, application server cluster 1. So I'm going to create a cluster, cell like cell profile cluster. Okay, so next, so we have two things over here. So app server 1, so this is the first JVM. So let me going to select this JVM 1. Okay, the next, okay, the next, so app server 2, and this is second JVM going to be added. Okay, so next, done, and finish. Okay, so I want to make this cluster, right? Okay, sync changes. Okay, so inside this, okay, it's not yet done. So 1, so wait for some time. Okay, okay, cluster start. Okay, started. So my cluster members, so app server 1 and server 2 are the members. Okay, so I'm going to start this server 1. Okay, this app server 2, server 2, and here docs app server 1. Okay, so it just started both successfully. These are the cluster members. Started. Okay, done. So I'm going to go with the nodes. So I'm going to add one more node. This is unmanaged node. This is for clustering. uh, so going to create cell profile IHS web server. Okay, so under the same host. Okay, so the same process as we done from the DMGR. Okay. I created a new JVMs. Okay, so actually we can create the existing one also. We can select it. Okay, so we will see that once this is done. I'm going to choose this existing one also. We can choose while making the cluster. Okay. 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 So web server, new web server, and here I'm going to select this server profile IHS, server name IHS, just simple IHS. Okay, next. Okay, and my plugins are located over here. The next I need to choose here the right, sorry, the name as admin. Okay, so should remember one thing, that we created the JVMs. Okay, the cluster part. Okay, again we will do the same thing, but some other way. Okay, so here, so we have already the existing JVMs we have, like so here we have created this new JVM. We created new one, so we have already existing one. How to make this to add into the cluster member, that we are going to see next. Okay, so this is I'm going to start, but before starting I need to locate that. Okay, opt IBM, locate web server, plugins, config. So IHS, this is the path, my plugins. This is should be located my web server, http.conf. Okay, so I'm going to give this here. Okay, this is my okay, this is my configuration. Stop. What is running? Started. Okay, so this is going to be started, done. So my cluster, where is the cluster? Sorry, cluster, and see this cluster. So I have two members, observer 1, observer 2. Okay, so these two members are under cluster, these two members. So those two members logs I need to open here. PT IBM observer profiles, observer 02 logs, observer 02. Okay, it's done. So logs enabled, opened, and now I'm going to deploy applications, all applications. So it's already there, few applications. So let me add my own application. So very simple application, documents. Okay, next. So we are going to be doing at cell level, going to be selected similar to this DMGR. The next. Okay, see here, so these are the independent. Actually we need to select that these two are from the existing servers while creating the cluster. Okay, so I'm ignoring that as part of it. Currently I'm using this cell and IHS. This is our cluster cluster and IHS. Okay, so select this and make it apply. Okay, next. And this is so I'm sorry, I think I'm selected the wrong previous one. 1 minute. this. Let's choose a profile to be served, this one. Okay, so I'm going to deploy this the wrong one. Okay, next. So cluster and IHS. Okay, so those two are not required. We not those are not on part of cluster. Okay. So HTTP session login. Next, and next. Finish this. So it's going to be deployed. Sorry, we are just uploading. Save changes. So we just uploaded, then we are going to start it and we are going to access this, and we are going to make this cluster. Again, I will going to delete this cluster. I will choose this existing servers as part of this cluster, and you will see that. Okay, so this is mine. I will submit action to start. So it is deployed in app server 1, and this is deploying in app server 2 application server. Yes, it's started, and go here, server 1 and installed apps. Yeah, it's deployed successfully. Server 2 installed apps. Yeah, deployed successfully. So that's all. So we're done. So we created DMGR and we created application server profile, and these two are federated while creation, and we created one more app server and we added into the cell, and we created the cluster. And we created the new, okay, not existing one, we created a new server, and by selecting these two nodes, okay, so, and we are integrating with IHS is done. Okay, so what is no, I'm trying to access HTTP session login. Submit, click on profile. So where the request isn't app server 1, the request is app server 1. Let me try login. Sometimes it will just different session, it will redirect. Okay, same. Okay, so it is redirected to same server. Oh, it's not came back to here, right? So okay, so 239. So if it is not redirect, we need to take this some separate ingredient window and try this. Okay, see here. So the request is back to here. So click on profiles. So here SRV app server 2, and here is app server 1. Okay, so this is a cell profile cluster on this. So this is how basic information about this cell level making cluster and adding the nodes into a cell and integration with the cell. So the next which we created, this is no, so we created our own. Okay, so we will going to select by when we are going to create, this is contains server 1 is a server, and here we have a okay server 1. So these two we will existing one we are going to be add up, we are going to add part of the clustering that we will see in the the next coming one. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Thank you.